When most musicians go solo, they leave behind their old band. But that wasn't the case for Genesis drummer Phil Collins. Maybe Collins was just doing his homies a solid, or maybe he didn't want to go through two simultaneous divorces. The drummer's relationship with his wife had been on the rocks for a while, and in 1980 they finally called it quits. With no tour, no family, and not enough Genesis work on hand, Collins decided to make his own work. Quote, I got back to find that I had a lot of time on my hands because the family wasn't there. I rang up and said, can I have my drum machine? Because I had to start writing some of the music that was inside me, said Collins. Over the course of a year and a half, Collins wrote and recorded Face Value, the album that would put him on the map as a solo artist and give him his signature song. The lead single for most of the world, except for the US and Canada, was a track that Collins wrote overnight, built on the back of a CR-78 drum machine. The song came together so quickly that even the lyrics were improvised and then written down after the fact. Quote, I was coming from Genesis recording and rehearsing history, where sometimes we didn't know what the vocal was going to be doing when we recorded the track, because lyrics were sometimes written after the track was recorded. I remember the first principle I had for making my record was that I would get a voice down very quickly, so everything else would fit to the voice. The lyrics you hear for this song, I just sang. I opened my mouth and they came out. I never wrote anything down, and then afterwards, I listened to it and wrote them down, said Collins. Because of their improvisational nature, even Collins doesn't fully know what the lyrics mean, and maybe that's partially why the rumors regarding the song got so out of hand. The general idea is that Collins saw someone drowning, and another person did not save the drowning victim, but could have. The most outlandish versions of the story have Collins tracking this evil man down, giving him a free ticket to a Phil Collins concert, and putting the spotlight on this murderer while Collins sings this classic track. This urban legend is so prominent that it even gets referenced in the Eminem song, Stan. The only thing bigger than the urban legend behind this song is the legacy of the song itself. The single hit number 1 in Australia, Sweden, Switzerland, and West Germany, number 2 in the UK and Canada, and the top 10 in Australia and New Zealand. Rolling Stone called it the number 291 greatest song of all time in 2021, and VH1 called it the 35th best song of the 80s. But its real staying power is in TV and movies. An appearance in the first episode of the hit series Miami Vice brought the song back to the charts 3 years after its initial release, and the song might have been permanently associated with the show, if not for a 2007 Cadbury ad featuring a drummer in a gorilla suit, and 2009's The Hangover, which highlighted the beloved drum fill alongside the incredible acting abilities of Mike Tyson. The song remains so popular that I'd say if you turn the radio on to a classic rock station right now, then there's a chance that you could hear it on air tonight. That's right, we're talking Phil Collins in the air tonight on Cover Me Summer Nights. That's right, it's Cover Me Summer Nights, the only podcast that compares famous songs about the night to their many cover versions to find out which one has been a pack of lies. I'm your host, as always, The Snake, joined by my grinning co-host,
Alex Mildenberger.
Alex Mildenberger.
And they've all been a pack of lies. Which isn't even where that happens, right?
Because doesn't he do that one twice?
I don't think so.
I believe it's the first one, all been a pack of lies.
Yeah.
Does he do it on It's No Stranger to You and Me? Yeah, it is. Drum solo.
But I always think it's that too. I like completely.
They should just do it after every verse.
They should. Which some of them do.
Which, yeah.
And you know what? Maybe they shouldn't do it after.
And they maybe shouldn't. So yeah, now that I've said it and remembered the covers this week, once is good.
I know, right? Because I'm like, yes, in my mind, it's amazing. Do it as many times as possible. But, don't overdo
even
it.
Phil Collins, he's just like, that's just one of the drum fills we did.
I know.
We didn't record it and go like, oh, this is the fucking hit.
It's not the kind of thing that you really, I don't know. It's so simple, right? It's this thing you do and like people love it. But yeah, if you did it, you wouldn't be like, this is going to fucking resonate. Other than, it's fairly resonant sonically.
Yeah. And he talks about a performance he did with Dave Lee Travis, who said to him afterwards, this was on Top of the Pops. This guy said to me, he's like, this record is going to be a top 3. And Phil was like, I don't fucking think so. And then next week it was number 3 on the charts.
Right. And then John Lennon got shot. And
that's right. That's the rest of that quote.
Is what's his name? Mark Chapman shot John Lennon, and that was that. Which I believe implies it got knocked off the charts by John Lennon / Beatles songs.
Oh, I thought he was just like referencing the time of year, but that makes a lot more
Yeah, that's
sense.
kind of what I get out of it. It's like, yeah, I was doing well, but then like a thing happened and it got knocked off. And it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
I
sense.
think he doesn't say that explicitly, but that's what I get out of it.
Alex, before we get too deep into this, how you doing? What's new? What's popping?
Oh, I'm doing good. What's new? Just cooking in the
Just
heat.
cooking in the heat,
Um,
brother.
yep. As
We hit like 35 degrees this week, real feel,
oh,
dog.
we're not. I don't think we hit 35. I don't know. I haven't done a lot. I've mostly been just lying around and like staying home,
Yeah,
which is probably not the best because like my work is AC,
yeah. Go to work, dude.
but I'm working from home, man.
Yeah,
I'd rather work
honestly,
from
I'd do
home
the
and be
same.
like warm. It's been cool in the mornings, which is
Mm,
good and not always true when it's super hot for a while.
yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Take advantage of that. I've been beating the heat by going to the movies.
Oh, yes, the movies.
Yeah,
Seeing all the films that
seen
are out.
all of the films, mostly just the Odyssey, but that's a lot of film to watch.
Yes. I keep planning to see movies and then other things happen and then we can't go to the movies cuz we're busy.
Mm.
But one of these days I'm going to buy movie tickets and see the movies.
You should do that, Alex. I'm a
Yeah,
big movie guy
I'd like to see
myself.
the Odyssey.
Yeah, the odds of you seeing it, though, pretty low, I'd
Pretty
bet.
low. I mean, I didn't see Tenet. I didn't see.
I saw Tenet on a plane, pretty good.
Okay. I didn't
I liked it.
see
I didn't see Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. So I've not had a good track record. I didn't see Interstellar.
I still haven't seen
I've
Interstellar, and I
seen
would really
bits and
like to.
pieces of it
Just
through
never
time.
got around to it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it was on TV, which was weird because I don't have cable. But I don't know, man.
Interstellar was like, you might have still been living with your parents at that time,
Oh,
and they
that's
would have had
possible.
cable.
Someone else might have been watching it. Yeah, anyway, I don't have a good track record for seeing those movies, but maybe this time will be different.
No, probably not.
He said, smiling. Probably not. No,
I guarantee you have movies in your home you haven't seen, Alex.
so many.
You don't
So
even have to
many.
go anywhere
You
for
gave me
those.
most of them,
I know.
which I thank you for, and I'm glad I have them.
Hey, as long as they're decorating your shelves.
Owning them enriches my life,
Yeah.
even if I haven't watched them all yet.
It's every disc you own is an affront to Sony, and that's what matters
Yeah,
most.
exactly. It's punk.
Yeah.
Really, that's the point of this.
And what's more punk than consumerism?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what's more punk: going through a divorce.
Yeah,
Phil
a
Collins,
messy divorce.
messy dude.
It's like, I don't know. There's so many like phases where it's like, it's falling apart. He's trying to save it. They're fighting. He's cheating maybe. She's cheating maybe. There's just like a lot of over the years things that they've both said about
Yeah.
it. That it's like, I don't know what happened. I do know that Phil was upset about it because he wrote a bunch of songs.
Yeah, Face Values is basically just a therapy album for him.
Yeah, and like he was still writing about divorce stuff for his next albums too, but it's big on this one. And then I do like that this song is like he's talking about writing it, and it's just like kind of almost. I don't think he says stream of consciousness, but he's like I don't know. It's just like what I was thinking and feeling.
Yeah, he's just like one. It's part filler and part just like whatever he thought was best at that moment.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
And
cool.
that's the result. Probably the best Phil Collins song. Like
It's up there, man. I like a lot of Phil Collins songs. This is the one that I feel has penetrated the most, though. At least I don't know. Like I wouldn't have said that when I was 10 because
right.
I would have said something from Tarzan. But like now, I'm like I don't really know Against All Odds that well. I do a
Right.
bit, also a divorce
But you do
song.
know Susudio.
I know Susudio and Dance Into the Light and like other songs that like are maybe Genesis songs, but also Phil Collins songs that
Right.
I'm vague on. But I don't know. He's got some good songs, but yeah, this is like the one, you know? This is the one.
Yeah, it feels like the biggest swing, if nothing else.
Yeah, and it's so, I mean, obviously it's influential. Like we talk about the drum sound on this, and it's such like it's that drum sound that
the gated
after this-
reverb.
the gated reverb, exactly. The gated reverb snare. It's like, or not even just snare, but like big on the snare.
Just gated reverb drums is I think what it is, and that's a collaboration between Phil Collins and the other producer on this, whose name is Hugh Padgham.
Yeah. But like even you look at his history and like obviously Peter Gabriel also used this sound a lot. I mean, there was also that time we talked about Sound and Vision, the
Right?
David Bowie song where it's like it's kind of on that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the thing that popularized it necessarily, but that's like one of the earlier examples of using something like that. So yeah, it's in other places, but this is like a big part of it. And he also like worked with Brian Eno in the past, and obviously Peter Gabriel. So like there's a lot that went into this moment, but also this sound is like so important too.
Yeah. And it really does shape a lot of popular music that follows. A lot of people do try to like ape In the Air Tonight without trying to ape it. They're like, okay, it's got to be our own thing, but big drum fill on it and like a lot of ambiance beforehand. Like even somebody online was like a year later, Mellencamp comes out with Jack and Diane, and it's got a big drum fill in it.
Yeah, that's true. Bum, ba, bum, ba, da, ba. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's like just to have that moment, and it's so simple too. Like it's not a crazy fast drum thing or anything like that. It's just the effect it has.
Yeah, just all impact. Boom,
Impact,
boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
And then brings the rest of the drums in. So like, yeah, very cool.
Yeah, those drums, a decision. So there was supposed to be no drums in the first half of this track.
Yeah, he's just got his like his drum machine, right?
Yes, but then so I couldn't really figure this out because I tried to find the US single version, which apparently adds drums.
Oh,
Um, because of Ahmet Ertegun, the head of Atlantic Records.
right.
So he comes down in New York to the mixing studio, and the drums don't come in. Where's his quote? He says, "Where's the downbeat? Where's the downbeat? Where's the backbeat? Backbeat?" And Phil Collins says, "The drums come in a minute." He's like, "Yeah, you know that, and I know that, but the kids don't know that. You got to put the drums on earlier." But I
And
cannot find this mix.
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't hear that one either. And also interesting that like just to think of it like the everything was there but the drums. And like
Hmm.
I don't agree with what he said, but I do think it was a good idea.
Yeah, it is real, like exec talk.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're not wrong like net, but like I don't like the words you said. But like also it sounds awesome the way with that change. So like, okay, good idea.
Yeah. And so it's unclear to me whether that is the change that because it comes out as a single later in the US than it does in the rest of the world.
Right.
So has like I don't understand the series of events if it is the first single comes out, it gets played, and then the US single overtakes it, or
Oh.
if it fades away and the minimalist drum version we have with just the drum machine is the version that still exists.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Like those alternate versions that like were only or mostly physical media that weren't very popular that probably someone has in a basement somewhere, but
Yeah, you can probably find it, as a rarity in some vinyl bin somewhere or somebody's
yeah.
basement. Like these things exist.
Or like
I just
one
like
remastered CD from 1992 or something like that.
yeah, where it's like US single version. Like there
Yeah.
was it the ELO song we talked Strange Magic? I'm bringing it up again that had like six different versions of it.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
It's
Um
I think there was at least two or three different versions of the original, and then it gets like re-recorded on different albums and stuff. Like
ah
Jeff Lynne kind of covers it six times as ELO.
right, cuz yeah, I mean it's basically Jeff Lynne anyway.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I don't know. There's a Croatia Squad remix. No, I was just
Hey, good for the Croatia squad.
88 remix. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that.
Um,
There's a
the next
demo
thing,
version. Ooh.
there's a demo version.
No, the demo
Does
has
that
the drums on it, right? Because
the
that
demo
was
has
like
the
it was
drums?
like originally demos, right? Because he
Yeah.
was like going through his or like trying to save his relationship. Genesis takes time off, and then the
Hmm.
relationship falls apart. But they're still like they decided to take a year off, and he's like, "Well, I still have most of the year."
Yeah.
Saving the relationship did not work out.
So he
Um,
kind of it's almost
yeah,
very Nebraska.
yeah,
Like
he
he
holds up
gets
with
a
his
drum
yeah.
machine, holds up and knocks this out.
Yeah, records some demos and then like brings them to Genesis, later, but then still has some stuff left that becomes solo stuff, is my understanding
Yeah.
of kind of the events. But also, I mean, like I said, it
Yeah.
was messy, and it was
And there is
many years ago.
like he claims that he played this for Genesis and was like, I don't think it's the right fit. And then another member of the band is like, he did not play that song for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could also forget. I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, I can see either side being
40
right.
years ago.
Where Phil Collins is like had a thought probably at one point, like maybe I'll play it, and then talked himself out of it.
yeah.
And I can see the other band being like, if he had played fucking In the Air Tonight for us, we would have wanted that song.
Yeah, exactly. Or like one guy was in the bathroom and they were going through the demos and he missed
Right,
it. Like,
Phil
I don't
plays
know.
it for one of them. Yeah, he catches the back half. I don't know.
Or he plays it
Time
for a
warps our
producer,
memories.
forgets, thinks he played. Yeah, things get warped in memory
Mhm.
very, very easily. But whatever happened, at the end of the day, this becomes a Phil Collins song. It's his first like solo single off of his first solo album, and it
Yes.
becomes a whole big thing. And to this day is still like, I mean, I do
It
like the
gets-
Wikipedia page says
yeah.
often cited as his signature song, and then a little like by whom like citation needed thing.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, by the planet, dude.
Yeah,
I
by
just
like
the
I
general
know
vibes.
that. No one said that. I know it.
Mhm.
Like I can't source it. It's my brain. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting that this one gets like it's a very popular song that gets resurrected. Like it seems like it has to get reintroduced to generations every
In
so
different
often.
ways. And yeah, like for us, like I knew it from classic rock radio, but for us it was probably The Hangover.
Yeah,
Like I remember, like it was in
that
the
like
ad.
cemented it.
It
That
was in
made
the
it
movie.
big. Yeah,
You didn't even have to see the movie. You probably saw the commercial because we still watched commercials back then.
damn right, dude.
We watch ads still, but it's different.
It's different now, but it's like yeah, it was in that. It was in this. I do remember that Cadbury ad as well, where there's a gorilla playing the drums.
I don't really.
I
but kind of.
remember the image of it. I don't really remember the song in it. And like before that, like this Miami Vice connection is huge enough that one of the covers is because of that connection.
Oh yeah, well, Miami Vice was big. Not something I know much about, but it was popular.
Mhm. I watched the episode in preparation for, and it's actually 2 episodes because it's a 2-parter
Ooh.
pilot.
The first episode is no drums, and then they bring in they do the drum
Yeah,
solo.
that
at
they
the
bring
beginning
it.
of the second
It plays
episode.
throughout. Yeah, a lot of great needle drops in it. It's Miami Vice executive produced by Michael Mann, who directed movies like Heat.
Oh, right.
I think he directed the pilot episodes as well, though.
Yeah, that
So
sounds
it's-
about right.
I just like had it in the background while I was writing intros this week, but it was pretty good. And like, yeah, the scene hits. It's it's a very the needle drop use of the song very good in there. And then to the point that a show the Americans in their first episode uses In the Air Tonight as homage to
Mhm.
Miami Vice. Like that has its own through line of pop culture. And then it also comes up in Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, where there's a whole subplot where you have to protect Phil Collins.
Oh, right. I forgot Phil Collins was in Vice City. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
I've not played Vice City Stories, the
Nor have
PSP
I.
game.
The PSP game. So yeah, a little less reach on that.
That's so
But it,
wild. It's
like-
not in GTA Vice City.
No.
It's in Vice City Stories, the PSP spin-off. That's cool.
Spin-off. And Phil Collins is in.
Yeah,
Vice
I
City,
remember
like-
now. I've seen that 3D model. I don't remember why. I probably watched a video that referenced it, like a
Yeah.
YouTube video or something. But yeah.
And then of course, yeah, speaking of YouTube videos, the like kids react or like this dude reacts to hearing Phil Collins in the Air Tonight for the first time was a popular video about a popular song. Like that brought it to another generation. There's so
Oh, yeah.
many little pop culture things that like the song blows up in and gets reintroduced to people, and that's what carries on the legacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just keeps getting used.
And the urban legend. I knew the urban legend.
You've mentioned it, I think, to me before, and that's why I knew it.
That's why you know it.
Which is like very ridiculous.
It's just even the logistics of getting the man out to the concert
Yeah, really.
and knowing where he's gonna be, and then like knowing that he's gonna know that the song In the Air Tonight is about this
him.
incident.
To be like, hey man, fuck you. But also like just that it happened, and just to be like, you know what? I bet this song is literal. I bet this isn't a metaphor.
Yeah, all from one line.
It's a song, bro. Like songs aren't metaphors usually, right?
Yeah.
Like what? Yes, they are. Almost
They're
always.
they're almost always documentary accounts of event from someone's childhood.
Yeah, very funny. Um, yeah, you want to talk about the lyrics?
Let's talk about these lyrics. And they begin like this: I can feel it coming in the air tonight, oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I mean, we're just saying the title a bunch, and phrasing it as a question
Yeah,
at
and
this
saying the word
point.
coming a lot.
Yeah, said coming. They said they're coming a lot in this song.
Yeah.
And what is coming?
Me,
It's
bro.
kind of me
When
listening
that
to that
drum
drum
fill
fill. Yeah,
hits.
I like to write drum fill ph when we're talking about Phil Collins and
Pretty good.
Genesis songs in my notes.
Drum
At
Phil
least
Collins.
once. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was the drummer. Is well, he's kind of old and retired and has a lot
Yeah.
of health problems now. But
Good for him.
anyway, where are we going with this? Yeah, I don't know. It's like evocative without being specific at all.
Yeah. He talks about how, like, the many contexts this song has come up in. He's like, some people use it to work out to. Some people, like, it's been in this fucking Cadbury ad.
Yeah.
He talks about that in it. Here it is. He says, this song has become a stone around my neck, though I do love it. He says, I kind of like the mystery. NFL players use it to work out. I saw a video recently of Steph Curry singing it in his car, and it was just in an ad for milk chocolate. Where will it end? But I'm not complaining. It paid for this house we're in right now.
Yeah. Phil Collins.
He's a very British musician,
He is.
isn't he?
He is. Get some of that dryness there, but like at the same time, I mean, obviously the song did well. We've been talking about just the like legacy for a long time now. And I don't like that first chorus, like it just makes it feel like something's gonna happen. Something important, right? And like
this is it.
Yeah, this is it. And like it's very vague, but like it's like the air is buzzing, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's also the song Tonight from West Side Story. Don't know why that is the first one that came to mind, but it's also that.
It is also that. I feel something happening tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight's the night. The kid is hot tonight.
Exactly. The kid's hot tonight. Like there's something in the air tonight, that we all feel it. Like
I got a feeling, woohoo, that tonight's going to be
a good night. Yeah. This one is a very different context from a lot of those, except maybe the West Side Story one.
Yes.
Which is about like violence. This is about divorce, but also general like alienation kind of.
Yeah, just about like there's an animosity here.
Yeah.
It could be like a cowboy revenge type story.
Yeah.
Which we'll hear in our last cover today. There's definitely we get a bit of a country connection.
Definitely.
But yeah, in this we get a call to the Lord, oh Lord. So we feel that something is big, it is heavy, and it is of great importance. And we're asked if we, the listener, or perhaps this person he's talking to, which is more likely because they're referred to as you, unless he really just hates that I'm listening to this song.
I know, right? Yeah, he's addressing. Yeah, it's addressed to you. He's writing
bought
this.
my record, you dumb fuck. I wouldn't save you if you were drowning.
Yeah, buy my record, dumbass.
Fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Phil. Okay, so then we get into verse 1.
Yeah.
Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies.
It's all been a pack of lies. Yeah, I mean, really like intense statements, right? That ending on "It's all been a pack of lies," and it's not even the ba but like it has that intensity, and the song has that intensity, which we'll talk about more later. But like even this stuff, like there's so much like anger, right? And that's a big thing. Hearing about, like reading about their relationship. So Phil Collins with Andrea Bertarelli, around this time, like he was very angry, part of the rift between them was his like temper, and his absence were like the 2 big things that I am aware of.
And even in his absence, he could be angry because post their divorce or separation, quote from Andrea here, is he'd call constantly, and when I'd answer, instantly start raging, calling me names, telling me to come home. He turned up unexpectedly a couple of times. He didn't realize he was driving me further away.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that quote too, and it's like, yeah, that doesn't sound great. But yeah, he's clearly struggling with it and like very angry at this time. And that comes through in this song. Like it's not, he's not shouting, but the things he says are very cold.
It's cold. There's like it's bubbling in the
Yeah,
first half here.
exactly. And I mean, that if you told me you're drowning, I would not lend a hand. Like, I wouldn't help you even if I could, and you were in like very, like you were in need. And like, that's big,
Hmm.
And then the like, I don't know if you know who I am. Like, just that idea of like, do, after being together for however long, like, do you even
Where
know me?
yeah.
And like, that's such an angry thing to say as well, right? Like, that's probably not a fair thing to say, like, you never got to know me, but he's clearly angry and like taking these shots. He's
Yeah,
very
and he's like,
vulnerable at this time.
yeah, he's pretty raw. Yeah, I don't know if you know who I am. Is like, yeah, it speaks to you don't know my character. There's a bit of threat in there, like you don't know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
There's the angle of like we are strangers to each other. Which then like followed up. I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. Is like you said, they were cheating on each other at different times. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like vague enough like to imply some, obviously, like we've heard now there was probably some infidelity and like probably some on his part too, right? Like from what
yeah.
I've heard, I don't know the specifics because it's all very muddled and it was over 40 years ago. But
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
And Collins has not said, "Oh, this song is very specifically about my divorce," because it is. If we're going to be, it's more about the anger associated with divorce
Yeah.
than it is specifically about the divorce.
True. He's not like, and the proceedings were dragged out for a month, like
Mm-hmm.
he's just talking about how angry he is and then like dwelling on it, which we'll
Yeah,
get in.
and he's invented a person here to be angry at. This person
Mhm.
isn't necessarily Andrea
Right.
Bertorelli rather. It is just like it's like a dude he's invented to get mad at.
Yeah, just like someone who did something that like is unforgivable and
Yeah, and some
yeah.
piece of shit. You can wipe that grin off your
Oh
face.
yeah, I mean that's like don't smile. Like I see that you're smiling at me. That's such a like kind of insecure thing of just like, oh, I just know that like they're laughing at me behind my back, even though like it's tough for
Hmm.
both of them, like,
Yeah,
but just the idea of like, you love this, don't you? And it's like, well, no, but you're angry and it feels to you like I am doing this on purpose, but like you're
yeah,
just blind to kind of what you've like your part in it because
right.
it's easy to do that. It's easy to not see your own part in these things sometimes.
Yeah, this song is in some way like we talked about Gordon Lightfoot. If you could read my
Oh,
mind,
yes.
which is like the sad divorce song. This is like the angry
This
divorce
is the
song.
angry divorce song for sure. Yeah, that one's like, I think back and could things have gone differently?
Oh yeah, he's like, oops, maybe we fucked up. This
Yeah.
one's like, fuck you.
Yeah. But in a very like, sometimes you say like love and hate are flip sides of the same coin and like
The passions
the
there.
passions there. So like the dismissal is the really like evil, unloving thing to do. This
Yeah.
moves towards dismissal. It's not entirely because there's clearly like anger underneath it, but it like goes
Yeah.
for that. The like, I wouldn't even help you if you needed it.
Yeah, we're done. We're
I
so done.
just won't interact, and that kind
I
of
don't want
stuff.
to tell you how done we are because I'm over it. So I'm just gonna keep talking to you for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So it has that aspect to it too. Like it's very
Yeah.
telling because of that. Because you're like, oh well, he's clearly still thinking about it, even if he doesn't claim to.
Yeah. As you might think about a scenario in which you saw someone drowning and somebody else didn't help that person.
Yeah, which like, wait, why didn't you help them?
Yeah, why? Apparently, he was too far away. Like the
I know. It's like it was
makes no
nighttime.
sense.
He was far away. The other guy was closer. He could recognize both of them enough to
Yeah,
invite one of them to his like, okay, all right. There's a lot of factors here that really don't check out.
Yeah, somebody should make a movie out of
They
it.
should make a movie out of it, and it should be called Susudio.
Yeah, that'll be the name of the villain.
Yeah,
Or the person who drowned.
someone.
Someone, even a short film, folks. Let's make it happen. Maybe like an anniversary of In the Air Tonight. They could do a new music video.
Yeah, Lily Collins could be in it.
Yeah. We get the chorus again. Boom, verse 2. Well, I remember. Don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, you don't fool me. Well, the hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me.
Ba 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 ba. Yeah, this one, like, again, it's kind of vague, right? Like, he's saying a lot of things. I remember. How could I forget? The last time we ever met, like there's memories, these memories here, like of their first meeting, maybe of like the end of either the relationship or like the last time they had fun, or like before there was this hatred,
Yeah, it was this one time we knew each other, and like, and in this song, I think it is the betrayal that's kind of talked about in the first verse. It's
Yeah.
the first and last time we ever saw each other was in that moment when you betrayed me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like I know why you keep your silence up, but like he doesn't say anything. It's a lot of like, "Oh, I know this, I understand this like that." Like it's alluding to a lot of things.
Yeah, and so much of this reads like the plot for movies where like somebody's father has been killed by an antagonist
Right.
and they come back for revenge because that's like the only time they've met. Of course you don't remember me. I've gotten older
Right.
and
Like
like
it was important. It was like the most important day of my life and it was, a Tuesday
for
for
me it was
you. Yeah,
Tuesday. Yeah.
exactly. That old line.
Mhm. But yeah, it is just this like anger brought out and things like the first time, the last time, I can see how that would be improvised in a studio. Like
Yeah.
you're like, we're just gonna do a little kind of juxtaposition and move to the next line.
Yeah, but also like is there some implication of like was the first time we met that we had this like spark, was that also the last time we had it?
Mhm.
Like and then we just was just like downhill from there, like I don't know.
I don't know. First time, the last time we ever met.
Met
To me, that
met
line
met
implies that
met.
it's the same
Yeah,
instance.
it does.
And especially because he says, I remember. So he's like, it was this fucking moment, and I know why you're not talking about it.
Mhm.
And you don't fool me. And he's like, and it doesn't look like I'm hurting, but it hurts more all the time.
Yeah.
And it hurts for you as
Yeah,
well.
we
We're
both get it.
both hurting. Yeah.
So I think there seems to be some accusation of like you're doing this to yourself. Obviously they both had a hand in it, but
Yeah, but and he could be like you. That may be that I know the reason why you keep your silence up is like I know you feel guilty about the thing you did. You piece of shit.
Yeah, you piece of shit. It is very accusatory.
Yeah.
He reflected later, as far as I can tell, on it and didn't like push all the blame off him. But it does sound like he was doing some pretty shitty things at this time.
Yeah, this is an emotional song. We're
Yeah,
not expecting our character here to be balanced,
yeah. This
our
is just
narrator
him
to
being
be like
super
in it.
super vulnerable,
Hmm.
and his feeling was very angry at the time.
Yeah. And then that's it. And another chorus. And buddy, you got a hit song on your hands.
Yeah, I mean, many choruses. Like that's a lot of the rest of the song, right? Because that's when the drums come in, and that's
Yes.
also when there's no more lyrics coming in. Like that's all it is repeated choruses.
Yeah, and we let we let loose here. He starts singing in new ways. The fucking instrumentation's in full force. Let's talk about
Yeah, let's talk
this.
about it. I mean, a lot of it is not much change, but there are little subtle things happening.
It's a very moody piece for the first half.
Yeah. Um so I mean, yeah, the drum track comes in, that's a big thing. It's the
Hmm.
it's the drum machine,
Yeah, the CR78.
CR78. And then there's also like this happens a few times with this like far off distorted guitar chord,
Hmm. Yes.
which interestingly like if the story is to be believed, that was the only thing there for a while because the drums
Yeah.
weren't
If
there.
because the drums apparently weren't there. I think the US single version has been banished to history, is my understanding.
Okay.
If that demo that you have is real,
Yeah.
which it seems real, and if the end result that we have now is real, which it seems to be, I think there is a forgotten, not as well performing US single version.
Yeah, well, it's in someone's basement somewhere, I
It's
guarantee
listen,
you.
if it's in your basement, give it to the internet and send us a
Yeah,
link.
please do. I think both of us have a record player that can connect to a computer and record
Yes, I
via
believe so.
USB, though I don't do it. I did it once, but then you have one long track that is a record and you have to break it up
Right,
yourself,
so then you would have to further break it
which
up.
is not hard, but takes
No.
a bit more effort. And I'm like, but I could also just stream it.
Yeah.
Easy.
I had a quote about the fucking guitar because it
Oh yeah.
is. I can't find the quote here now. There's so many fucking quotes for this song, but it is like overblown through an amp. Like the guy talks about the process of, let's see, hang on,
Yeah, like
music is
next
starting
door though.
yeah, it's like, so it's played from a here we go.
All right.
The guitarist on this track, Daryl Stumer, almost Daryl Strummer if you
Ooh.
flip things around, spoke about recording his part. He says this: "My guitar part was done much later in a studio in LA. I sat in the control room with Phil, and my amp was out in the studio as loud as I could get it. I hit the chord, which Phil described as the sound of an electric razor.
Yeah.
People write me emails about that chord asking what it is. The song's in the key of D minor, but the chord itself has no minor notes. It's a low A and a D and another A and a D, but it depends on how you play it. It has to have that
Mm.
overdriven, distorted sound from the amp. It's a distant sound, but a distant, powerful sound. It's a sound you imagine being deafeningly loud a mile away."
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting because an A and a D, that's just like a fourth, right? So,
Yeah, and he's just doing that twice, so it's fourths with octaves.
okay, cool. I guess then it's also what's the inverse of a fourth? Sixth?
A fifth,
Fifth. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, fourth and
because
fifth.
your
Yeah.
circle of fourths backwards is your circle of
Right.
fifths, and
I
vice
should
versa.
know that.
Yeah,
I've been off of my music theory game for a while.
get on it,
Get
Alex.
back on that music theory horse.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So I guess it's a power chord.
Yeah, essentially.
But it sounds like he maybe did it in an unusual way. I'm not sure. But it's a
It
power
seems like
chord.
it relies on overblown equipment,
Yeah.
which is kind of an old school technique, even in 81.
Yeah.
So we're past the screwdrivers and amp stage of music development.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like octaves. So like AD and then a higher AD. It's, yeah, I've never heard anybody play that or heard of people playing that because it's not like jazz chords either.
No.
It's,
Very simple.
yeah, very simple, but it creates a very, it's got some real grit to it.
Yeah, and the thing I've heard is like when you start to talk about fifths like that, you don't really have a quality to the chord, like because
That's right.
usually we'll have a triad or more, and the chord quality comes from the other things, right? The root and the
Mm-hmm.
fifth
Are
typically
typically
don't do
always
that.
there.
You'll add a
Yeah.
third or a seventh or whatever, a sixth or a ninth, all
Yeah,
those
or a
things.
flat third,
Exactly.
or like
Yeah,
all of these things. I'll tell you, is it minor? Is it major? Is it X?
exactly.
Is it Y?
But you don't have that with just a fifth. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's some ambiguity to it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Which is fairly also like it's a fairly common thing to play a fifth as a power chord, right? In like rock music.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't come off as unusual, but it is interesting that he doesn't describe it as a power chord. He just describes it as a powerful chord.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool. I think a power chord typically is just root fifth octave,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So it's not the
Mm-hmm.
same thing, but like it's this similar idea.
Yeah, it's just one extra note
Yeah.
that's already in there. It's a power plus chord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we
So
get that. We get the guitar ringing in. It does a little after, and then we get in the synth chords
synthesizer.
kind of filling
Yep.
space.
Just, I mean, yeah, it's just playing the harmony, right?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. Just 4 chords
Mm-hmm.
looping.
And the truth.
And then there's a little ling, ling, ling.
Yeah.
Ling, ling, ling. I don't know what that is, but it happens.
Like a faraway bike
Yeah,
bell
exactly.
or something.
Or like a car alarm. Someone left the car door open.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty close.
Yep. I've talked about this before, I think, but there's a group, Too Many Zoos or something like that. Is that the name of the group? Something about zoos. And then one guy plays a bari sax and they like set off a car alarm and like play a track around the car alarm.
Okay.
It's on
Yeah, I
YouTube.
think I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not this at all.
But that's essentially the arrangement, and then we get
Yeah.
Phil Collins in.
And then he sings, right? And other than that, like what? I think like in the verse, maybe the chords are held a little differently. And there's moments of guitars, right? Like what else happens? Okay, then the second chorus, there's another vocal track. That's kind of like the big change earlier on in the song.
Yeah, so we get these subtle changes on the vocals, especially with big lines like "I remember." I remember.
Yeah, and like the echoes and stuff. And I even did this when we were talking about the lyrics. Ever met,
Met.
so like you get those echoes and stuff.
So yeah, we're really showing in this like empty, hollow like soundscape. It's very isolating.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it does. I mean, we last week talked about Summer or Southern Nights, which has a really
Hmm.
like isolated solo feeling. This does too. Very different overall
Yeah,
feeling, but both
very
feel like
different.
you're on your own. One, you're very
Yeah.
happy to be on your own, and one, you're not happy to be on your own.
You're fucking pissed, dude.
Yeah, one, you're very angry about it, and one, you're like, oh, this is nice. Let's think about stopping wars. This is like, I want to start a war. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just
Is that second vocal track that comes in on the second chorus there? Is that the vocoded vocals? Or rather, are those vocals? Because at the end, like at the ass end of this track, he does vocode
a little bit.
a little bit. But
I don't know. I do feel like it's not that uncommon to like have a second track that gets a bit fucked up as you go. But
I'm listening to it. I don't think it is because the vocoder like tone, if you go to the end, like the really like truly right at the end,
yeah.
it is like very obviously vocoded. I should have had like a note for it, but I don't have a timestamp. Oh yeah, for all my life. Like it sounds like Daft Punk.
Right.
Like around 4:55, you're like, I've been waiting for this moment. But that's not here on the second chorus, so I'm just talking out of my ass here, Alex.
Yeah. Nope. I'm hearing it. Yeah, it's not early on, but it has that like wow wow kind of feeling to it. Vocoder or even maybe a talk box. Is it? Do you know? What
I saw it listed as a vocoder
okay.
somewhere.
I believe
yeah,
that. I believe that. Okay. What else? All right. So the other thing I want to say when we move into that second verse, it does start to add some other things like. There's like the reverse sound, like the like, you know, the sound all comes in, and that leads into the I remember. You were mentioning that before.
That's right. I remember. That's what makes it like hit so much harder.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, so is because there's like that sound. Is it just a filter that you've done it to make it sound reversed, or do you think they recorded the whole thing in reverse? Or they just maybe blended it. But like, because I feel like you could sing I remember. Reverse that, learn to sing it in reverse, and then reverse that. Probably not.
I think that's and like reversed audio has such a like clear audio like signature.
Right.
I'm not picking up, but like you said, if you reversed and then re-reversed it, maybe you flipped it and reversed it.
Yeah, I doubt it, but it does like have a reverse sound into a forward sound, and it flows very nicely, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's sort of what's entered in at that point is that like
oh yeah,
that synth like almost like airy, like kind of like not quite a pipe or something, but
kind of. I mean, it's all like Fairlight stuff, I assume, because that's like the synthesizer they have. But yeah, kind of the like glassy sound. 5.
Yeah,
almost like playing on a bottle, like.
Yeah, you know? There is. And we talk about this all the time, but Phil Collins has a bit of a Donkey Kong connection with this track. There is similar like synthetic elements
ambient
that create
stuff.
This ambience. And I've heard a version of this rather that uses, I believe, some of the cannonball noises from Donkey Kong Country 2, I want to say.
Right.
To like substitute the drums in the song.
Right, I think you probably sent me that.
I think I have seen that like years ago. I haven't listened to it in a long time.
Donkey Kong sound fun in the air tonight. And he did a Gorilla movie as well in the 90s. So he's got some Donkey Kong adjacency.
And then there's the Gorilla ad for Cadbury
for this song. Yeah, so there's there's connection.
Phil Collins is a gamer. We talked about this for
and he's in
for the Tarzan song.
He's in GTA, so
and he's in GTA, and he I think was a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because I think we asked ourselves if he's played Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, has Phil Collins played Kingdom Hearts? I like to think he has.
I like to think he has. So hey, he might be a Donkey Kong guy.
He might be. Maybe he's met. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, and on that, I remember. Is that something that the vocoder is also capable of? Because there is on the outside, maybe. Like he has his regular vocoder, but there's also the track that goes, like it sounds more like it's been put through a Roland VP330 vocoder.
Yeah, that could be that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be that.
Okay. I mean, now here's the section, right? This is the drums. Ba 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 ba. I mean, is this the greatest I've heard it called the greatest drum solo ever. I don't even think of it as a solo,
I don't even think of it as a
but
solo.
it is on its own. I mean, it's a fill, but like, is a fill kind of a little solo? Kind of. It's as effective
It's
as
just
almost
the
any drum
drums,
solo.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I think in terms of like minimalism and impact, you can call it maybe the most efficient drum solo.
yeah, I think you're right. It does the most in the least time.
Mm-hmm. Like how we talked before about how it's a more old school philosophy, but like single note guitar solos.
Right. Yeah. Or you're just like dan 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 or something like that. And it's like it's fun
Yeah, where
because
it's
it's energetic, but like you are just playing the same note. Or a saxophone. Big on saxophone too.
yeah, so you can do with a lot with a little, and that is what this solo does.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what else there's to say about it. It rules and we still remember it.
And just like the way it picks up, right? Like no, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Right. And the rest of it. And then like there's like more sound, you still get the drums playing, but like the guitar is like, like it's screeching in. And like there's more synthesizer. You get the
Yeah,
bass. It's so like definite sounding, deliberate. I don't know. Like there's not much ring to it, but it's like bump, bump, bump,
Yeah,
but
it
and it's
thuds.
just
The whole
very,
track from this point is punching.
yeah.
Like it's just hard and heavy.
It has that, and maybe it's the same thing. Like, I mean, you have the gated reverb. What does that mean? Well, like you have the sound that goes, and it just ends,
Yeah,
and like it peaks and then just drops off for the
yeah.
next thing.
It's all killer, no filler.
Yeah, and like you're ready for the next thing. So it's like other things have that sound. We know it on the drums, but like it's not just the drums.
yeah. And those drums do get a sort of second play out with everything else around like 420.
Yeah, honestly, there were a few points that I noted that like the drums are almost like, hey, I'll do another fill, and then they don't. Like my time,
Mhm.
414 is the first one I wrote down.
Okay, yeah.
423, which I assume the one you
Yeah.
were talking about, and then kind of 434, but like not really. So that's like about 10 seconds apart in that section. Again, it doesn't do the fill, but like it almost does. So it's like kind of exciting that
Yeah,
it's like
it's
still
another quick
bubbling,
downward run.
But like there's
Yeah.
this moment where everything breaks out, which is also kind of, a thing in these like angry discussions that can happen. Like things are bubbling and then boom, you explode. And like that first moment is the most explosive. And after that, it's
Yeah.
still a lot, but like it doesn't reach that same, like you've
But because
expended
the
a lot
rest
of
of the
fuel.
energy has met that a higher point, it's no
Exactly.
longer as impactful.
Yeah. So like there's a few moments of like that heightened intensity, but it never really hits that same thing. It doesn't even attempt to.
Mm-hmm. And where most of your like new intensity comes from is like Phil Collins screaming. So like around 443 after that last like extra drum fill, he's going up higher.
Yeah.
Oh my
He goes like he's
lord!
belting.
Oh lord! He's going nuts.
Also, does a saxophone join the bass? But like just play bump 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 bump, like just the bass part? Or
That's a
am I
great
crazy?
question.
Or it could
You
also, I
might
mean,
be crazy.
Fairlight could be any sounds, right? So like,
I would bet on the Fairlight or Violins by El Shankar.
yeah.
Because I think they add to those impact points. Looking at the credits here, I do not see saxophone. So I would bet on either your Prophet 5 or the violins.
Yeah. That sounds, oh yeah. It could literally, yeah. It could very easily be any of those.
Yeah.
And the last minute's like fading out. Like it starts fading out at
Yeah.
like 4:36. Yeah. And it's 5:36. 5:36 is the length of the song. So.
Yeah. That's his wife hanging up the phone.
Yeah. And he's just like still doing it. And that's, of course, our like really intense part. But it is fading also.
Mm-hmm.
That's the song, man.
I always wonder with songs like this with a fade out, especially ones where like it's a fade out where they are going harder than they've gone on the rest of the song.
Right.
I would love to hear the master recording and just see it, how long it goes with no fade out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they could have been playing for like minutes. I think we both know, like when you're playing, it doesn't feel nearly as long as when you're listening.
Yes.
You can play
100%.
for like 20 plus minutes and be like, how long has it been? It's not difficult to do that. So
No.
yeah, doing this for more than 1 minute is not out of the question for sure.
Certainly not. And you know what? That's the song. What about the music video, man?
Yeah, what about the music video? Tell me about the music
Directed
video.
by Stuart Orme, or perhaps Orme. an English director and producer known for directing Jack Taylor in 2010, as well as Nazareth Live and a bunch of Genesis and Phil Collins videos.
Okay.
So this is another of the early era MTV videos.
Right. This is like 81. Yeah.
81.
So very early, but it's definitely like got a bit of an idea behind. Like it's not just him playing in front of a camera, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's got this like kind of art house film thing going on. You know, a lot of it is just his face. At the start, it's like unfocused, and then the camera comes into focus on his like black and white, very heavily shadowed face, similar to
Yes.
the album artwork.
So similar to the album artwork for Face Value, which of course features his face. So yeah, it's out of focus. It's in a dark space. It's like black and whitish, or at least like desaturated
Yeah.
quite a bit. And then we get an image of Phil Collins that we'll see later, like superimposed over it.
Yeah, there's a few of that. There's like that one, and then there's some like shots of what appears to be just a surface of water.
Yeah, that runs like along his white face there.
Yeah, so you kind of get like texture almost.
Yeah.
But a lot of the video is just like his face there. But there's some other
Yeah.
scenes.
And it's his face singing at you, and
Yeah.
then the rest is in like 2 rooms. So we go to like an isolated room around 1:15 where he's sitting in this space, like a just empty room, chair, Phil Collins, a window.
Yeah, and then like very empty, like gray room. He's just looking
Yeah.
down. Then we see a silhouette in the window.
Silhouette, yeah.
Dead guy. And then like a very like cartoony crescent moon kind of. Like a
Yeah,
paper
very
cutout
cartoony.
of a crescent moon. But yeah, it's like that's the outside, and he's like sitting on the chair. He kind of looks at the silhouette, but it fades, and he's like pensive. He's
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, silhouette returns, and then he astral projects to go look
He
at it.
does. There's he's like a astral projection of him goes that way, but he
Mhm.
doesn't do that. He gets up and walks the other way towards like the light shining in through the window
Yeah.
on the wall. And I don't know, I feel like that, I don't know, like he's not walking towards the problem. He's kind of walking away from it and just like looking at the effects.
Yeah, he just goes to like leave. He
Yeah.
goes out the door.
Yeah, and then there's a door. I don't see the door in this shot, but he eventually goes out the door.
Yeah, when we come to this blue hall eventually.
Yeah. And then he's like trying to find, it's like full of doors. It's a blue hall full of blue doors, and he's like looking through, walking
Yeah,
through
trying
this place.
doors. One works, and he like stares at it for a bit.
Yeah. Let me see, where are we now? There is when we get some of the, there's like moments like when he does the I remember, so that's like the second verse.
Yeah.
It like zooms, it's like showing his face again, and it like zooms in rapidly, like zooms out.
Oh,
then
and it
in
does the
again,
like fucked up
and then like
colors,
inverts
too.
the colors. Yeah, so like there's
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, and then it kind of goes between like that blue hallway and then in the room.
Yeah, we
as
get
well.
the shot, a weird, sort of like weird shot of that window, like very Dutch angled.
Yeah.
And then we get that image of Phil Collins reaching out that was superimposed at the start.
Right, that
over
we
his
saw
face.
before. He's like reaching for the, is he reaching for the window, or is he reaching to open the door?
Or is he reaching from the window?
Because it's a reflection.
Because it's a reflection.
I do like when it echoes Met, it like shows the door
Mhm.
opening, the blue door, and then the door like
Yeah.
it repeats that,
Opens and
but
opens
it's not
and
quite
opens, yeah.
synced with the music. I'm sure that
Yeah,
would have been
it's
more
like-
difficult, but
Yeah, it would have been a little hairier to cut that right back then.
it is a bit awkward. Met. Oh, it is kind of synced, but not quite.
Yeah.
It's close. Yeah, and
But
then
yeah, then we hit the fucking fill
do.
and we go to straight inverted colors for a while.
true. That's when he opens the door into the hallway too. Like it does that, and he's like, whoosh, when the
Yeah.
light shines through, and he's in silhouette. And then the colors
Mhm.
are inverted for a bit. We're back to close up on his face, and then kind of the colors slowly fade back to not inverted. Or I don't know if it's inverted. It might be like heat vision.
Yeah, it's and it doesn't quite look like heat vision either. I am not 100% sure what
He's got a hot nose. What can I say?
the mapping is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like some weird mess up colors.
Yeah. But yeah, back to his face, and we just walk that out.
Yeah, it's like we kind of see some other stuff, like more of those superimposed images of the water, but like his face is reflected in the water now, so it's like his face superimposed with the reflection of his face in water. Um, and then they're all very blurry, so sometimes it's hard to tell what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, that's the video.
That's the video. It holds up better than, say, Eye of the Tiger, but it's
Definitely.
a pretty simple music
Yeah.
video. But what's less simple is the music videos for all these covers, which we're going to talk about after this short break.
Ba 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 da ba da ba ba. I just copied it.
It's
That's
perfect. It's
that's the
perfect.
out and the in.
Are we genuinely almost at an hour for this
Yeah, we
already?
are.
I feel like we talked for 20 minutes.
I know. Well, you know, sometimes talking about Phil Collins just goes on for a while.
It does go on for a while. We got to start talking about covers, starting with the Miami Vice movie version. In 2004, it's Nonpoint.
Saw it with my own two eyes, so you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies.
Nonpoint, a heavy metal group. They're
Yes.
Floridian, possibly.
Yes.
Are they from Miami? I didn't.
They are founded,
Fort
Miami
Lauderdale.
based, founded in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
This one's very hypnotic.
Hypnotic.
start.
Eh?
We got this.
Yeah, it's got that like steely guitar and like tom kind of sounds, possibly hand drums.
Yeah.
And then like you get this huge distorted guitar, and then kind of gets really distorted as they go.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, we get really distorted when the vocals come in, and then it like really goes. Wah, I
Yeah.
can feel it
Very heavy, like kind of
coming."
industrial sound to it too. It's like a dull metallic sound.
Yeah.
Particularly, I mean, they do the drum fill twice. They do
Twice,
it
yeah.
after each verse, and like it has a very industrial sound. Da-ba-ba-ba. Similar like gated reverb, but just like a different sound overall. Yeah, it has a pretty good intensity to it, you know. They bring in the intensity earlier though, and I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's for a
Yes.
movie. It's for a movie soundtrack. Fair enough.
Yeah, you got to make sure Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx look hard
Yeah,
as fuck.
exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of they do a ton of drumming on the outro for like a while. There's a bit of guitar, but it's still a lot of drums.
Yeah, and hey, it's a great note. Like, how do we do the drum song?
More drums, yeah. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da. With this more like metal-ish sound to it, and like heavier guitar, which is on the original, had a real that distorted guitar, but you know, now it's just really distorted.
Yeah, really
And loud.
distorted, really in a genre.
Mm-hmm.
And it did kind of sound to me like it could be in the second The World Ends With You game, which had a little bit more of a like a heavy metalish
Yeah,
soundtrack.
like an almost like new metal kind of sound. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
hear that. Yeah. Yeah, it fits in that style. And that's kind of like, I think it fits its style well. And on the one hand, I'm like, I kind of think that they broke out too early and then there wasn't anywhere to go. However,
Yeah.
I understand why you do that in this genre. Like, I don't necessarily
Yeah.
agree with it, but like, I get why you did it. And I think it was probably
I
the right
think-
choice.
It's probably the right choice because it's hard to make what Phil Collins made.
Yeah, just to do the same thing.
Yeah. Like it's 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the original until you get to or is it 3:41? I've written the song starts 3 minutes and 41 seconds.
Yeah. Whereas this
to
is
get to the money.
yeah.
Like we don't have that time.
Yeah, no, this does it at 123.
Yeah.
So a lot earlier.
And yeah, I think their big drums on the verses, this doom works really great. I think there's a lot of good ways they keep the energy going. I agree, it's kind of hard, and that is the riddle of covering this song is like, when do you drop the drum fill?
Yeah. Do you
do
drop
it
the drum?
multiple
Yeah. Do you
times?
do the drum?
Do you
fill?
drop it? And like, what do you do from there?
Yeah. It's one of those songs that's such like a whole package thing, right? So like, how do you cover it?
Mhm.
What do you change? What do you keep the same? Do you lose? How much do you lose by changing this or that? Yeah. It's difficult.
Yeah. It's difficult, but I think they make some good moves. They do a little breakdown around 3:30. They're back to just guitar and drums.
Mhm. Is that just for a chorus? There's not another verse there, right? We're already through the verses.
They're just doing instrumentals for a bit here. And we extend into this kind of drum loop that serves as the outro.
Oh, right. And then that's kind of the like, now we're doing an outro.
Mm-hmm.
Down into drums. Yeah, okay, I remember that.
And that weird, like, wah, wah, I guess just like really short guitar notes.
Like muted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear that too.
Wah,
Bram,
wah,
bram,
wah.
to play us out, along with the drums.
So that's the song. The music video is a classic movie music video. It features scenes from the movie, and then also the lads playing under bridges and stuff in presumably Miami. Now, folks, if your ears picked up on Alex doing some furious typing right there, it's because he did not watch the music video. So he does not know that the lead singer has dreadlocks.
No, I did not know that. I know it now.
He knows
I know
it
that they
now.
performed this by the water, under like a
By the
road.
water, under two different road bridges that are together. They're beside each other.
I did not see the Miami Vice movie either.
Nor have I.
I saw the movie SWAT,
SWAT.
which I think Colin Farrell is also in.
Oh.
From around the same time.
That makes sense. Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx, really doing their best. Yeah, this is scenes from the movie. We see a lot of Colin Farrell fucking this woman.
Yeah, that's in this a lot. I haven't even finished watching it.
Through here. You haven't even watched it, and it's already too much. But that's the music video. We gotta fucking keep it pushing
We do,
here, folks. Which means we gotta move into the year 2016 to talk about Alex Midi and Delacey.
Yeah, okay.
Reason why you keep your silence up. Oh, you don't fool me when the hurt doesn't show, but the pain's so gross. It's no stranger to you and me.
So, took some digging. Not that much digging, but a little bit of digging. Alex Midi, a DJ, seems to be Mexican, also part of a group called Millennia, which lists him as Alejandro Midi Ortega, which seems to be the same person. Millennia is a Mexican synth pop group.
Yes.
And then Delacey is an American singer-songwriter that actually has a lot of songwriting credits for on songs that successful artists recorded, but not like big hits.
Yeah, New York City for the Chainsmokers, which I don't know. Ruin the Friendship for Demi Lovato. Without Me for Halsey. She co-wrote 2 songs for the Wild Robot movie.
Which I did see that movie. I don't remember any of the songs in it though.
Couldn't tell ya. So she is like an industry worker, and then Midi, like you said, DJ from Mexico City, started at the age of 14, and has just been doing electronic music since then. And these two get together to make, you guessed it, a generic dance version of...
You guessed it!
of In the Air Tonight.
Yeah, a lot of very wide synths, and then like it's got its own kind of beat. I do kind of like the synth-based sound on this, just on its own. A little troppy, not very troppy, but a little bit like the synth for the like rhythmic kind of riff.
Yeah, it sits between dubstep and trop pop and doesn't know which one it wants to be. It does,
right? Because like it's got some of the like dubby sounds, but it never does like a big build. Like it does a kind of a sweet build, particularly into the second verse. And then they kind of break down in the second verse, but it never really, like, considering what they're going up against, maybe not against, but like the point of comparison is the original. That is this like huge point of like, this is the build. I would think you'd want a big build, and they never really have that, which I found strange. It just felt even, and because the whole thing is very like Boots and Cats drums, like it doesn't really have the intensity. It just feels very even.
Yeah, which I think regardless of what style of dance music you're in, when you're borrowing or covering like In the Air Tonight, you're expecting something big.
Yeah, because the song is so big, and they never really do that. And I found that very disappointing. It felt like that could have felt like a huge breakout dance moment. Like that's such a dance song thing to do, but they just don't.
Oh yeah,
you know, like it's not impossible. Very strange decisions on this one.
Like they could have done a similar setup to the last guy's Nonpoint, where it's like, we're going to bring in the money shot minute and a half in.
Yeah.
But we're, like having.
And I would have said maybe a little early, but it works well enough. It's good, but they just don't. And I maybe get why you'd want to play against type, but also like, I don't know. The rest, it's not like you had something great outside of that.
Yeah. And it's like there's definitely like there's a space like the original version is so synth heavy
Yeah.
that it's like of course we can do a dance version. Like all of the instruments are synthetic. But I just like there wasn't a clear vision, or the vision was like you said, like, oh, don't do the obvious thing, which just makes you do the generic thing instead. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, like exactly. Like you don't want to do the obvious thing, which is covered very closely. So then what else do you do? Well, you have to bring something to the table, you know? But they just don't. And even like the vocals, they're I don't know, they're very filtered down, they're very
Fine.
echoey, but like
Yeah.
they just have this real like detached nature to them. It doesn't feel like the original's so vulnerable and like raw, I guess. Maybe not raw, but like vulnerable. And like this just doesn't have it. And you don't need that necessarily, but it doesn't have anything else either. So it's just one kind of more point against it.
Yeah, we're going for like dance breakup betrayal, which is also in the music video. And it just like it doesn't land here.
Yeah, and I mean, even we were talking about like the common thing, and so you know, I can feel it coming. I'm waiting for this moment. Can you feel it? Like it's happening tonight. This is the moment of everything happening. That is a very common theme in dance music, right? Like tonight's the night.
Yeah.
We reference
Tonight's
so
the
many
night.
songs, and it doesn't have any of that either. So it's like it just doesn't feel like they thought it through all that well.
Even we just talked about a couple weeks back, Rhythm of the Night,
Oh yeah.
which is very much this is the rhythm of the night. It's like this is the moment. This is now like this is what
Yeah,
we're feeling.
and we're
This is what's in
dancing
the air
about it.
tonight. Yeah.
It's like cool. Yeah, I'm into it. But this song doesn't have that. And it's a shame because someone could probably do it, and maybe someone has, but not on this playlist, quite frankly.
Not on this place, but they did make a music video with a lot of black and white in it.
Did I also not look up this music video? Yes.
Yeah, you're lacking, my dude.
I didn't look. I thought I looked up the music videos, but I guess I didn't and pretended I did.
Classic Alex Meaty Burger.
Alex Meaty Burger. I thought I had it, man, and then I didn't have it. You know, it's very black and white. It's very lying.
It's
on
very
the
black
bed.
and white. So she's lying in the bed. I assume this is Delacey.
Yeah.
And I assume the other actor who is this man who's betrayed her is Alex Meaty.
That's got to be it, right?
So what she does is she remembers the night before where she's making out with this dude and they're presumably fucking.
Mm-hmm.
She starts packing her bags because it must be his apartment or something. I don't fucking know.
Or she's just leaving.
She's just leaving. And the one thing she grabs is a vinyl release of this song, In the Air Tonight, specifically the Alex
This version,
Delacey version. Yes.
Okay.
And then she takes it, she goes on a journey through the city and throws it into the face of who I think it's still Alex Meaty.
It's got to be, right?
And then passes by some other dude on the way. And then for some reason they like bump into each other. It doesn't really make much sense. And finally she gets into a car and drives off. But then she looks in her rearview mirror and she sees the memories of her relationship as they were making out in the back seats of cars.
Ooh, making it on the backseats of cars.
Yep, that's the video. It's arguably better than the song itself.
Yeah, it sounds a little more involved. At least there's like a story to it and
It's
something going on.
Yeah, coherent enough plot. It's very much in the realm of like dance music video plots,
Yeah.
relationships either going well or going awry.
poorly, yes.
But that's this version.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into the next version. We're jumping in.
We'll jump in.
2019, Lucy Dacus.
No, you don't fool me. The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me.
Yeah, an artist that I am generally aware of. She's a part of Boy Genius, so that's kind of how
Yes.
I know her. I quite liked that album they did, and I don't really know her solo stuff, but she's involved in that.
I just on her name, I thought she was an old country artist, and then I looked her up, and she's like a year younger than us. I was like, no,
No,
fuck.
never mind. Yeah, this one I would say definitely kind of has like a solo artist with a drum machine sound to it, which the original kind of does too.
For sure.
This
One's
one's
one's biggest problem is that it is very close. to the
very, very
original.
close. Too close, probably.
Yes.
It does feel like it doesn't really have a thing going for it. It does a decent job of recreating it with like this somewhat more
I
modern
th-
sound to it.
yeah, with this like softer indie approach, like a
Yeah.
little more like bedroom studio
Mhm.
vibe. And that's good, but it's just not like enough
I
really.
know. I'm like it's fine. It's decent. All the sounds are there, but a lot
Solidly
of it is
built,
just
yeah.
recreating it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'm not gonna say it's lazy. I'm just there's not like more to it than that.
Yeah, and it's like we like great artists can put out bad covers. I'm not a Lucy Dacus fan, but I'm not even a Boy Genius fan, really.
Yeah.
She's the 213th greatest guitarist of all
Yeah.
time, according to I believe Rolling
That's not bad.
Stone. That's not
Better than
bad. Like
me.
she clearly has chops, but even big artists put out lazy covers.
Yeah.
And it's not maybe because they're lazy. It's not maybe a cash grab. It's just like sometimes you love a song too much and you're just too close to it.
Yeah. Or you spend all this time recording and then you're like, well, I have the recording now. And like it's so easy to put stuff out on streaming, you know?
Yeah, that you're just like, hey, I made this. Why not? If Weezer can fucking cover Africa just because some kid wanted it, like I can chuck out a version in the air tonight just because I felt like making it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, totally. I like the quiet, close mic vocals. I think that's a very modern styling on it. That like it's all very good modern translation.
Yeah, it just like doesn't have much more than that. It does the same thing. It does the drum fill at the same time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the I think the electronic drum beat's like a little different from the original, but like it's close enough. You know, there's little
Yeah.
synth effects kind of instead of there's so much guitar on this, is there?
No, I marked it at like 240. There's a bit of guitar.
Yeah, but like it's kind of synthesizer sounds. And that could even be a synth, honestly.
Yeah, could be.
But yeah. So there's some it's like it's like decent. It's reasonably well put together, but not much to say about it other than that.
Yeah, totally fine. If you, it's like if you don't like Phil Collins because he had a messy divorce and was maybe a bit of an angry man, like I guess this is your like substitute, your sort of vegan substitute for Phil
Yeah,
Collins.
exactly. It's not a bad substitute.
It's not a bad substitute. Something a little more interesting though. 2020 Larkin Poe.
I saw it with my own two eyes. You can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been, and it's all been a pack of lies.
Yeah, Larkin Poe, a group that the name sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
I don't know if they've come up anywhere. Even their story sounds familiar. They're a root rock band led by sisters Rebecca and Megan
Yeah.
Lavelle from North Georgia. They've been compared to the Allman Brothers Band.
Which maybe not this song specifically, but I get
Certainly
it.
not.
There's
This
harmonies
definitely
and-
feels more in the range of like pop country roots rock. Like at first I thought it was like Adele or something when I like wasn't looking at it. It opens very like
Right.
in the stylings of Adele.
Yeah, it's kind of sparse, close mic. They got a little twang on the voice. I mean, it has like a little bit of like ambient droning.
Yeah. Has the same
Um,
like opening as Delacey fire.
It does have that quality to the voice, right?
Yeah.
And like this one has like a little more of the like country rasp, but it's like fairly mild in terms of that. And then they start to harmonize on the second chorus and then through the second verse, which
Yes.
is very similar to how the original went. But other than that, like the track is different. Like it's slide guitar.
Yeah, I thought it was strings doing that kind of like tension that's under there at first, but if you watch the music video of them doing it, it is just like a lap,
Like a lap steel,
guitar.
yeah.
She's yeah,
So yeah, pretty cool. So a lot of it is that.
yeah,
And then they do bring in drums relatively early. You know, they don't wait till after the second verse.
yeah.
But I get it. You know, you don't want to
They-
swing a way out.
And they've done a tighter version. They're at 3 minutes 21 seconds here, so they are a shorter version
They are.
overall. So they know to get
Yeah.
in and get out.
They compress it.
Yeah, that big twang guitar comes into
Mhm.
and a song that, like I've mentioned, has lyrics that really fit into like a revenge story. Like dramatic country is a pretty
Yeah,
solid.
it's got
fit
the
for
like murder
those.
ballad sound going on.
Yeah,
Kind of. Yeah,
this is cinematic to a degree.
Mhm. It's pretty cool.
And we hit, like, instead of like drums, what we really get is like hand claps.
Yeah, they don't do the drum fill, but like there's other stuff.
Hmm.
And then there's also they do give the drums a second to play on their own in that moment, but
Yeah.
it's not a fill.
Yeah, it's just the kick. Bump, 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 bump.
Exactly. And then they kind of outro from there, where they keep the track going, which again is the bump bump tch, bump along with
Yeah.
the sliding.
Yeah, but that's like it's a very minimalist version. So like kick drum, hand claps, slide guitar, and then regular guitar.
Mm-hmm.
That's the song, baby.
Yeah, that's it. It's maybe like I don't know. It doesn't have any like real like big moments or anything, but I do think it's solidly put together in the sense of like, oh, it before it was like mostly solo with drums. Now it's mostly solo with like slide guitar. It's just like a different thing.
Yeah, they really latch onto the drama of the song.
Yeah.
And so I think it's present in the vocals, it's present in the instrumental choices. It's maybe not as far out and exciting as Phil Collins, but it has a bit of oomph to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that separates it from a few other versions this week.
Yeah, it feels more thought out than a lot of the other
Mhm.
ones.
What is perhaps less thought out, though, is their music video.
Yeah, which as far as I can tell is just them sitting in front of a camera and performing the song.
That's one of their
Okay,
music
there's another
videos. That's
one.
not the one on their channel that says "In the Air Tonight" brackets
Phil
official
Collins
video.
cover. Oh, I see it.
Yes.
All right.
So this is a collection of black and white films
Yeah.
and some cartoons. Really just chosen seemingly at random.
Yeah, it does feel. I mean, yeah, it feels very random.
If this wasn't on their channel with brackets official video, I would assume this was just a fan cut.
Yeah, of just like things I like.
Yeah,
Liked as a child or whatever.
exactly. So it's like it starts with grainy black and white footage. We get a kid in bed a few times. We got lightning. We got a clock. We got some spooky skies. An eyeball at one point. And then we eventually get to a cartoon of pirates searching for gold.
Yep. There's pirates. I also see a wizard guy. I don't know if he's a wizard.
Yes.
He looks like a wizard, or it's a witch.
He looks
probably. It's probably a
wizardly.
witch.
Yeah, because then there's like this wizard or witch conjuring up a storm as like literally brewing a storm as we see a car driving through an increasing storm, but a cartoon car.
Some space stuff.
Yeah, just sort of a random assemblage. Because then we also get live footage in color of a carnival.
Yeah, and then a stop motion wolf of some kind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably Peter and the
just-
wolf. I don't know.
Maybe it's just a hodgepodge of like random pop culture elements.
Yeah.
We end in space.
We
We
do.
watch a rocket take off.
Yeah, space flight. What is that about? I don't know.
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I guess because it's coming in the air tonight?
Yeah, but everything else?
Yeah,
No
is
idea.
it supposed to be like I don't know, almost like a we didn't start the fire of like history's always happening, man. First it was black and white movies, then it was cartoons. Now it's wolves in space.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I have no idea.
Don't know.
But that is the music
Yep.
video. Which means we got to get into our final
We
verdict.
do.
We got two categories this week: the best version and the angriest version. Alex, what's the best version this week?
I mean, I liked Larkin Poe the best. It had like the most idea behind it. Everything else was kind of flat. Although I think Nonpoint did a decent version compared to some of the other ones. And obviously Lucy Dacus was like fine, but like Larkin Poe is the one that actually did something.
Yeah, I think Larkin Poe had a clear vision. They made a smart move chopping it down in size. And even if I'm not crazy about it overall, I'm not like this version's phenomenal, but I think it is the most well-made version this week.
Yeah.
And that makes it the best.
I agree.
Alex, what's the angriest version?
What's the angriest version? I mean, it's probably Nonpoint. They're like screamy.
Yeah, they actually have a lot.
It's very
of
aggressive
anger
compared to
coming
the
out
other
there.
ones.
Yeah. Because like as we talked about, vocals for "In the Air Tonight" with Alex Midi and Delacey are very detached, And then Lucy Dacus, very, very soft mic.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of like,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't make for an angry track in my books. So yeah, Nonpoint, angriest version. That's our final verdict. If you got a different opinion, similar opinion, want to talk to us about a version we didn't talk about, hit us up on the app Blue Sky, at Snakey, me, at some Alex Wise Guy. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, suggestions for future episodes. You can also email those to us at covermepod@gmail.com. Talk to us there. Be sure to rate and review us. We are on every single app. Apple, we're there. YouTube, we're there. Amazon, we're there. Spotify, we're mostly there. Pocket Cast, Podurama, Podbean, we're there. Tell your friends, family, neighbors, and loved ones about us. And what you can really do this week to get the word out there is start an urban legend about one of the Cover Me episodes, how it was made, what happened. You can maybe make something up about why a guest has no longer appeared on the show. Make something up, make it very dramatic, and then pass it around the world, and people they'll want to listen to it.
Yep.
So you can make that happen. That's how you get the word out this week and for presumably the future years to come. And that does it for today's episode of Cover Me. And as we always say on Cover Me, I've been waiting for Cover Me for all my life.
Oh, Lord.